Ladies and gentlemen, the Pirates getting ready tonight, 93.7 The Fan. Chris Mack, nobody asked me. Tell me about this podcast.
That's exactly it. Nobody asked me, so I'm going to do it anyway. We haven't gotten it up on iTunes yet because we just posted the first episode about 3 days ago. But go to 937thefan.com, radio.com, play.it, where you get all the podcasts from CBS Radio across the land, and you can find Nobody Asked Me. Just quite literally, nobody asked me, Rob, so I figured I'd do it anyway.
Well, I'm about to ask you real quick, the lineup tonight. Marte, Moroff, Polanco, who's back, Bell, 24 homers on the year, Freeze, is it Luplow or Luplow? Luplow.
Yeah.
Okay, and Diaz, along with Mercer, and Trevor Williams is your pitcher, and he's been a little hot and cold. And that's what? The Cardinals are within striking distance of that second National League wild card spot. So the matchup tonight, it, of course, Luke Weaver and Trevor Williams, Cardinals hosting the Pirates, all of it, 93.7 The Fan.
Yeah, the Pirates don't play, it may feel meaningless to Pirate fans because they're out of the race now, mathematically. Well, not mathematically, but
close.
They are. They're playing for next year. But every team they're going to play between now and the end of the season, for the most part, also has postseason aspirations. So talking about the Brewers and the Cardinals are both on the schedule this week. They're both 3 games out of the second wild card right now. The Brewers at Wrigley this weekend. And then you're going to have some big games at the end of the season as well. Even though the Nationals will have clinched by then, they could be playing for a better seed in the National League because they're chasing down the Dodgers for the 1 seed in the National League. And the Orioles could still be in the AL wild card race the last week of the season. So all these games are a chance for the Pirates' young guys, Luplow, Moroff, to gain some experience in games that matter, maybe not mathematically to that team in the pennant race, but to the opposition, they certainly do.
All right, just because I love the game of baseball, and I'm older than you, obviously. Gene Michaels, obviously, you remember him, the Yankee skipper, been all around the league, passed away recently. Another building block, Major League Baseball, is gone. So I just want to take a little time to mention it.
Yeah, and I think, it's always good for baseball when the Yankees are good, just like it's good for hockey when the Maple Leafs and Canadians are good. It's good for football when the Steelers and Cowboys are good. It's good for baseball when the Yankees are good, and they're firmly in the number 1 wild card spot right now. The rivalry with the Red Sox getting ramped back up with all the sign-stealing allegations over the past week. So it's always good when the Red Sox and Yankees, I know some people get tired of it because it's always on national TV, but it's good for baseball when those teams are hot.
And also, too, Joe Girardi, you got to give the guy credit because quietly he just wins, and he wins year after year after year. And the hardest place to win anywhere in sports, in any professional sports, is New York City. And congratulations to him because he's been rock solid.
Yeah, and like I said, if they're in the race at the end of the season, then the season's gone well for those that like to have competitive races down the stretch.
As we say goodbye for this Friday night, what do you got coming up tonight?
Well, we've obviously got to look at what this means for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals have done some interesting things as well. So they traded Mike Leake, who was big in their starting rotation, saved them some money over the next couple of years. But then they turned back around and they acquire Juan Nicasio earlier this week, who the Pirates placed on waivers about a week and a half ago, rather inexplicably. So that's an interesting dynamic. Andrew McCutchen getting the night off, as you mentioned. And the young guys getting some time. I think Trevor Williams, you mentioned hot and cold, but has shown that when he can control his 2-seam fastball, he can be, if not an ace, not dominant, he can give you important innings, 7-8 innings in starts we've seen over the past month or so.
The good thing, Hurdle's back, they're back next couple of years, 2021. So at least there's a chance to build on what's to come. And I think they've got a good base, need a few things to tweak, but I think all the people are in the right place where they need to be for the Pirates to move forward.
Organizational stability can be a good thing when you've got guys who helped bring you out of the dark ages of 20 years of losing into the postseason for 3 years in a row. I understand totally why some people are extremely disappointed over the last 2 years. I count myself amongst them, but you would have been hard-pressed to go out this offseason and find a better GM managerial combo on the open market than what the Pirates have in Neil Huntington and Clint Hurdle.
Nothing to even come to the defense. Marte gone 80 games. Polanco's been busted up, and Kung never got a chance to get in the lineup. So some things to think about moving forward. Chris Mack, Jack Zarinzik tonight, the whole crew, 93.7 The Fan, Bucks at Busch Stadium against St. Louis. Good night.